All right, we're going to get Bruce Robison on here in just a second. And we were talking about petty revenges, and Matt doesn't think that mine was a petty revenge, but...
I mean, I think it was petty. Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't revenge.
It was the Delbert McClinton cruise, but I'm looking. It was called.
Quit naming them because you're going to out somebody.
It wasn't Delbert and
terrified.
It wasn't Joe Ely. I don't see the guy's name in here. It's kind of a goofy last name. I can't remember what it was. I'm sure he survived
Robison.
it. I didn't call the wife or anything. All right, Justin, quickly. We'll do this again next week. I like this, but I mistimed it. Petty revenges. What was yours, Justin?
Well, it is kind of long, but I'll try to make it.
No. Don't even try to make it long. Make it super short. What happened?
It involves Ron Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what happened and what was the revenge?
So I went to a Super Bowl party, and the girl that I brought ended up publicly stating that she was going to stay with the individual that was hosting it, and basically just threw me to the wayside in front of a crowd of about 50 people. Everyone was waiting to see what I would
Gotcha.
do.
So what did you do?
Months later, South by Southwest rolled along. I was hanging out with Ron Jeremy and Hank Williams III.
Name
and
dropper.
when that couple showed up, I had made fast friends with Ron. I said, Ron, can you do me a favor? We're about to go on Hank's bus. Can you invite her and only her on the bus? And he did. She accepted. The individual gentleman looked very dejected.
Well, wait a minute. Matt said that's not revenge towards the girl that broke up with you. You let her on the bus, right?
I'm not done yet.
I know, but I have a guest here, and I'm behind the 8 ball. What happened?
I'm with
Net it out.
So she thinks we're going to go home, and she's going to get some action that night. To which I drive her home. And that whole time, she hadn't known that I had been sleeping with her roommate during the interim when she was seeing this guy. So we show up at her house. She thinks we're going to go to bed together. I walk in the car and audibly have intercourse with her roommate.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man. Jeremy. Anytime
Hello?
they say it's a long story, but I'll try to shorten it, they never shorten it. What's up, Jeremy?
Hi, petty revenge. All right, my wife is cheating on me 5 years ago. We're not married anymore, by the way, but she knew I knew about it, and I knew the guy was her boss. I put 2 ads on Craigslist. One was for whatever the new iPhone was back then, and it had a cracked screen. I said $20. Put his number and email up there. And the second one, I gave this whole long story, this paragraph about how I'm bi-curious and I want to be with a man and this and that. So call me or email me your favorite safety word and favorite nickname for me, and then I'll hit you back or whatever. And I posted his picture from Facebook, and so my wife comes home and she's like, "Did you do that?" And I was just, "What, me? What? I wouldn't be so petty." And we got a good joke out of it, but
I want to apologize to the
cheating.
Texas Radio Hall of Fame.
It's all cheating stories.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to stop the topic. I'm mistimed here. Bruce Robison is here without Kelly Willis. They are a married couple, and they are both legends in this town.
Huh.
And Kelly's flight was delayed, correct?
Yeah. She was.
Bruce, 6'6"?
No. Kelly just knew you were going to do this topic, so she stayed. She stayed back.
6'6"?
6'7".
Kelly just didn't want to hear me bring up the same story for the 90th time that I.
We're counting on it. We love those stories.
Well, you got to understand, we have the audience now is not the old people from Austin. It's,
oh my God!
The fact that I hit on your wife before she was your wife, and she gave me your number, but she never returned the phone call because I was with a girl. I think it's because I was ugly, and the girl was just platonic. But it all worked out. I could have never been with a musician, and you're better looking, and you're more talented. So there. There's that story.
It's such a great story.
Yeah, but I really do want to say this. And we're going to ruin your segment because of the request I made last night. But the thing that happened to you in 2000, we've told it almost every time you're here.
Right.
But for me now, I was thinking about it just driving the other day after I talked to, emailed Kelly. The thing that happened to you in 2000 fits into what we're doing right now about how nutty the world is about politics.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, this just happened with Trump. No, this happened.
Yeah.
everybody knows the story about Natalie Maines, and and Bob and I remember we got caught up in the 9/11 moment, and we were like, "Screw Natalie Maines."
There was a lot of confusion.
Not that I'll ever see her. I hear her in Stern, but if I ever saw her, I would apologize to her profusely when I look back and have some perspective. Bruce wrote "Travelin Soldier," and sold it to the Dixie Chicks,
Right.
and it hit number 1.
Yeah.
And that was your first number 1 song you'd written, correct?
Second.
What was the
Third.
first? What were the other 2?
I've had 4, dude.
Number 1 country song.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Why do you need to?
Yeah, you don't
why
need the
are you here?
publicity.
He's here because
I
he's
love
tired of
this.
you saying it only has one number 1. He had to come in here and correct the record.
Do you call Monty Warden every time you get one and just laugh in his face?
No, but he gets the news.
What are the other ones?
Well, the first one, I always think it's so awesome that y'all bring me in. My music seems so out of place, but then listen to y'all's topic and the way in, and like, I don't know why you got to be angry all the time. It's perfect for Revenge Day, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that was my first number.
and
one.
who recorded that one? I didn't.
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
Okay.
And
heard of them.
I think the second one was Desperately for George Strait. And then the third one was Travelin Soldier, and then the fourth one was
So you don't need to work anymore.
was a song called Wrapped for George Strait.
You don't need to work anymore.
Yes, I do.
No.
That's a long time ago. I mean, that was another century.
Let me ask you this, because I did.
Well,
get,
also
I
you
did,
and Kelly made a mistake of having children.
4
So
kids.
you're not. Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
never
Wow.
get to stop
Good
working
God.
at that
I did
point.
get residuals for a while that were pretty hefty from Spy Kids, just because Robert Rodriguez thought he owed me a favor. Is it like the movies where you get the big checks and then it goes down, and then suddenly, like now, I'll go and it'll be like $40. Bob's will be like 2 cents.
Well, no, it's still cool.
Hefty?
Yeah, and people still definitely play Travelin Soldier and Wrapped.
But do you
and,
get it at your mailbox, or do you have a guy that gets it, a financial guy?
the BMI, if you've heard of that place,
Sure.
they collect a lot of things, and for songwriters, that's who you guys,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's whoever owns, and then they goes back to every song that y'all played today. And so I get that, and then not so much on sales anymore.
So
that used to be a thing.
So the story, and I got to ask you another question about this. I gotta make myself a note. So anyway, Bruce is number 1 with Travelin Soldier and the Dixie Chicks. He wrote it.
Natalie she was introducing that song.
And Natalie
When she
says, I don't like our president.
Right.
And literally, Clear Channel ripped it off of every country station they had.
Yeah.
Every country station. Like somehow a song about a soldier, which is patriotic, somehow the song did something bad. And it plummeted. And so this stuff's been going on forever.
Well, and
this
the
kind of
weird
stuff.
thing, too, was that, I mean, because I was so invested at that moment, literally, you thought it was going to go away, but because it was it feels early in the internet age, where a small group of people was able to place a lot of pressure on radio
Right.
in
So-
different places, which it would have gone away
It's
in
odd
previous
because
time.
some of those same people that would place that pressure are now people crying about the idea of
cancel
cancel culture.
They started
and
it.
Right.
literally.
Did it come back up ever? Didn't
No.
Come
Golly,
back up?
fastest descending
Okay.
song ever. It will never be beaten.
sorry.
It went from
I didn't mean to
number
laugh.
1 to what?
Congratulations.
Well, it went to number 2 because of the way those things work,
Yeah.
and then it was gone.
Was
Totally.
Casey
Off the-
Kasem still alive then? Did he? How did he?
No.
Did he report? Here's a
Can
song.
anybody do that?
Wait,
Our next, our
Be
next,
more of a Paul Harvey
what's
thing.
the
I'd
opposite
say.
of with a bullet?
the bomb?
our next artist will never have a future after this song. Dropping
Casey.
to number 39.
Yeah, and
Oh man.
Well, so this morning, as a joke, because I'm about to announce the other thing, I looked it up. I haven't picked up the guitar in 10 years, and I want to. I've never really learned like bar chords, and I don't know if I see a chord pattern, I can usually play it.
they're easy, dude. Let's
I've
work on it.
spent 2 months trying to learn the intro to Tears in Heaven, and I'm down to diddle. Here's how much I got. Diddle dun 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 dun. That's all I have.
Right.
But I saw there was a B minor in Travelin's.
Oh well,
or-
I use
but
a
you-
capo, but
of
yeah, probably
course you
so.
do. Of
Yeah.
course you do.
You could play that song.
Anyway,
so
no. My
easy.
question is, I went to. If under your name
Yeah,
it's still
be fine.
there, but when I went to the Dixie Chicks, it said this tab has been removed by request of copyright. Is that you taking the tabs down, or is that the Dixie Chicks?
Oh no, that I'm not even sure what that is. That was,
Who
I'm not
controls
even
that?
sure.
Yeah.
You can't call them that.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Who are you?
You can't call them that anymore.
They're the
just
chicks, right?
I
Right.
can call them whatever I want.
I had a question I thought of this morning when I woke up. It's like when you and Kelly are driving around, let's say you're road tripping.
Right? Like
What are
today.
you listening to?
Oh, boy.
Like,
Please be Motorhead.
is it
Please
within
be
format,
Motorhead.
or do you guys just like you're crazy on the with the
I know
songs
the
on the
answer.
radio or the CD player or whatever
That's
there is?
a good question. But Kelly does have some of these. This is the saddest thing. This old time radio where it's like, pay the man his money.
She likes that. She likes the old
on
opera.
long
I
trips.
love those.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I
really
love those.
pretty amazing.
And you know what's amazing is the music was live. All
Totally.
the interstitials
That's
were live.
what's interesting to me. The whole thing is like
Yeah.
a play,
Yeah.
And so,
Do you ever listen to your brother?
Sure, more so now because he ain't been singing for the last couple of years, and I've been playing some
You
of
ever
his
listen
songs
to it?
too.
and go, I'm so much better than him, man.
God, he's better than me.
I
Actually,
haven't seen Charlie in a long time.
Yep.
Long time.
Yep.
Well, here's a weird thing.
But do you guys rock out though? Like when you're
Shit,
driving?
hell yeah,
Really?
sometimes,
Okay.
man. I'm
Last-
from San Antonio. I
Okay.
mean, come on.
All right.
Last night, I'm sitting around, and I give her, Kelly says I can't come in, and Bruce is like, we can reschedule. And I said, well, you're much uglier, but we'll have you in.
Right.
And I'm in my home, and the weirdest thing, Yoko Ono said, can I sing with him? It'll be my birthday present.
How did you pitch this to?
I just
artist?
wrote and said, my wife just said, can she sing along with you to Travelin Soldier, and that'll save me, like a $1,000 purse on her birthday.
I thought she
which
buys
is
her
2
own
days
purses.
away from mine.
Yeah, she buys her own.
Real quick,
she's got her
and
own
Bruce
jacket.
said,
Show
let's
of
bring
hands
it
if
on.
people think that this will, by the time the birthday rolls around, that this will be accepted as the birthday
I have
present.
a feeling.
Not at
I have a
all.
feeling
Exactly,
if Bruce allows
exactly.
this, I have a feeling if this happens that my wife will not be speaking to me at the end of the weekend because somebody's going to make fun of you.
I don't care. I'm about to turn 40. I'm hitting the bucket list, right?
Yeah,
Let's
she
just
pier-
start
she pierced her
checking stuff
nipples.
off.
I
Dudley.
don't.
She did, not for me.
Yes, I did.
I haven't been able to touch them, so Bruce is looking at me.
Bruce
weird.
is
like,
stunned.
what
Bruce
on
is
earth?
what did I get?
Up here.
For-
Up here. Okay.
Now,
Eyes up.
and she has to wear an ace bandage when she goes in public.
What? No, I don't.
I mentioned that on the air already, so I hope I'm not.
So
in
this
trouble.
will be unrehearsed.
You're
This
fine.
Well, can you get on
Totally.
key? Can you
You
give
know
us a
when-
key? Now, I was going to play
when
along
Bruce,
with you, but
when
this
Bruce
guitar is
does
so
country
bad.
radio around the nation, this is generally how it goes.
No. It's boring. It's boring.
You
There's
mean,
none
you
of
mean
this.
wait a minute? You mean Bobby Bones' girlfriend or wife did? Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Nothing.
I
It
was
an
so
ending.
happy
Oh, this is
to
so.
have something. It's
But
crazy.
here's the thing. My
It's
father,
like old home week here.
My dad had this thing, and it was the only time my dad ever came to a play. He came to one play. It was Bye Bye Birdie, and I played Birdie. And we're driving home, and I said, "Well, what'd you think, Dad?" And he goes, "Boy, I tell you what, listening to your relative sings is like fingers on a goddamn chalkboard." And I went, "Oh, thanks, Dad." That was my father when I was 15, 16 years old. So
Well,
it's
get
hard.
ready because it might go that way.
No, it's hard to listen. Like, this is really awkward. I should have said, "What are you thinking?"
You control
And what
the
do you think?
Yeah, you have the-
I'm
potentiometer. You
thinking,
can.
man, it's like this. The coolest thing in the world is having like a sing along.
Now you know you're
But
not
you
going
know
to
what I
sing
mean?
the
No, I'm not going to.
just the chorus. Do you
She'll
know how
sing
to
whatever the
harmonize?
hell she wants.
You don't
Leave me
mind if I
alone.
add a little cowbell? do you?
Yeah.
It's like
Do I have to
Bruce,
say it?
do people still ask you if you play basketball?
Not so much anymore.
Anyone who's our height,
Yeah.
Warm it.
people go,
Sorry.
ready to be
But
part of your
warming
act.
up my
Not,
harmonica.
not my age, though.
all right, let's.
Hey, look, he's got red Pumas on.
I know. I already
Dude, I
pointed that
collect
out.
them. Are they
They're the velvet one.
Yeah, I have those. I have 2 pairs.
Pretty
Collect
cool.
them. Yeah, I only wear them on stage, the red ones.
Who's cool now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Who's the cool kid?
this has to make you really uncomfortable.
No, come
Why
on.
are
This is the
you-
If
best.
you want to
Hey.
shorten it to like
Yeah.
we do on TV,
Bruce,
Do I want to what?
if you want to shorten it,
Okay.
Bruce,
we'll
this
see.
little-
I always have the possibility of doing
ladies
that.
and gentlemen,
You got to get to the,
the new
sad part at
couple-
the end, though,
the
right?
new couple, Bruce and Amanda.
Oh, yeah. 2 days past 18, he's waiting for the bus in his army green, sat down in a booth, cafe there, gave his order to a girl with the bow in her hair. He's a little shy, but she give him a smile. He said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I send one back here to you? This is the easy part. Everybody out there. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says, my soldier's coming home. Aw, it's beautiful.
Papa, mow, mow, papa, mow, mow.
And then the sad part, well, the Friday night at a football game, the Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. The man said, folks, would you bow your head for the list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in the marching band, and one named Red, and nobody really cared but a pretty little girl with a bow in her hair. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says, my soldier's coming home. Oh, yeah.
Amanda, you're going to Hollywood.
That's right.
Oh, yay.
You need to kick Chewy Eldorado in the balls when you leave.
Why?
He said, can you switch her mic to 7 and isolate it so we could just pull her vocal out? And
Wonderful.
She was on
How
6.
flattering.
She was
That's
6.
so amazing.
She's a fan. Do you ever, does that ever hit you? I just find it, when somebody writes a song, it's fascinating to me because I never had the talent, but when somebody comes up to you, is it like us where people are big fans and you don't understand it? Like I'll go.
Yeah, man, I'm such a fan. You know, y'all know how that feels.
No, I try
you
to
know?
treat people with respect. I go,
Yeah.
hey, thanks. What's your name? I try to remember. I try to get their name
Yeah.
down. But is it awkward for you? Like we talked to Schneider, and Schneider says, I'm very uncomfortable when people come up, tell me they love me, and I'm obsessed with his music.
I don't know, man. I think of how I am with freaking Willie or somebody like that, you know, and when the music is part of people's lives, you know, I mean, it's the coolest thing when somebody cares about, because when I wrote that song it was like about a mile from here, literally, as the crow flies, and I would never have thought that anyone was ever going to hear that song, and for 10 years nobody did. So for us to be here, it's the greatest thing in the world, you know, it really is. It's crazy.
So I love how the aggregators of whatever Apple Music or Spotify does, so it'll come up with a channel for mine. Right. And you pop in, and I don't...
Really?
Yeah, you'll pop in there, Darden Smith will pop in there, and I was listening to What Would Willie Do the other day.
Right.
And that's another good one, too. Bruce is playing tonight.
Not a number one.
No.
Should have been.
But you thought that one might be, though, right? No. Bruce and his wife, Kelly Willis, and Kelly's super talented on her own, and I don't want to say anything wrong, but she was one of those young budding country stars that everybody was gaga about, and she settled on you. So
are you guys gonna sing
You know
"It's
what-
Cold
do you-
Outside" tonight?
No, we will not
You're
sing
so
What
Baby
did you
It's
think
Cold.
about the canceling of
Do
that?
you know-
the controversy with that song? That's been a
This
staple.
was weird.
it's
Wasn't
wife.
it weird?
It really is.
It's
I
his wife,
mean,
though. It's his wife, though.
Well, the way they
Here-
sing it, yeah.
Yeah, and
she says something usually, but it's funny, you know, to see things.
this is a weird take from when you were here once. You were here once, and I saw what everybody has in their marriage. I don't know if y'all have been fighting or y'all been here 50 times.
Oh yeah, probably.
And and she made a little snide comment. I can't remember what it is, and it was just like you go, oh.
They're real people.
There's trouble. There's trouble in paradise.
Oh, everyone has that.
It's been like 30 years. Come on.
That's
guys.
crazy to
I
me.
mean, it is
That's
crazy.
crazy
It
to
is
me.
crazy. Yeah.
We were all
yeah.
hanging out in clubs. Can you hang on? And I want you to do one more. And you're playing tonight, so we'll do a little commercial break. You cool with
Sure.
that?
And yes,
The Moody,
it's tomorrow night.
ACL Moody tomorrow night.
Yep.
Tickets
tomorrow
still
night, yeah.
available.
Yep.
So go online, ACL Moody. And if you haven't heard of Bruce and Kelly, you'll absolutely love it. You absolutely will. It's incredible.
What time does it start? Do you know?
Yeah, we made it.
I'll find out.
We made it a guest list spot because I want to get out of this
I was gonna
dinner.
say,
You
well,
bet.
we're supposed to go to dinner. And we
Yeah,
can
I'd rather
come
not.
by after.
I'd rather not.
That'll
So,
work out
yeah.
perfectly.
And I won't yell anything because I'm not drinking right now. So
You won't
you
yell.
know, I won't yell, "Hey, I know you."
There's a lot of time between now and then.
Let Hammer,
I tried to date his wife. I tried to date his wife.
Kelly, why'd you choose him?
I'm telling you, the show's getting better all the time.
Just hang on, I want to hear one more. Hear about records and things like that. Bob and I are going to tell you about.
Dudley and Bob with Matt in Studio is brought to you by Renegade Truck Accessories, Austin's top spot for truck accessories like truck caps, truck bed covers, lift kits, and custom services. Upgrade your ride today at renegadetruck.net. Dudley and Bob with Matt in Studio is brought to you by Renegade Truck Accessories.